Madam Chair, at the outset, Trinidad and Tobago aligns itself with the statement delivered by Grenada on behalf of the Caribbean community, CARICOM. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to address you for the first time at this, the 59th session of the Commission for Social Development. We would like to extend our sincerest congratulations to you and the remainder of the Bureau on your election and underscore Trinidad and Tobago's full support and commitment going forward. Madam Chair, COVID-19 has exposed more vividly than ever before the cruelty and inequity existing in our global society. Conversely, it has also exposed the resilience, generosity, and creativity of our people as the means to rescue our societies and economies. This scenario has propelled the significance of digitalization of traditional and innovative service delivery as the development of digital solutions has aided in overcoming challenges previously thought to be insurmountable, particularly in the area of social service delivery, where the human interface is usually more welcoming. The growing trend of digital transformation has also presented the opportunity for impeccable planning through data-driven analysis, particularly when dealing with multiple populations of varying densities. This has resulted in increased accessibility to a diverse range of services at a faster rate to key beneficiaries such as the poor and most vulnerable groups in our societies, hence giving us that hope that our boast of leaving no one behind can actually be realized. However, the other side of unfettered digitalization is the actual widening of the digital divide and the creation of a new class of poor, the digital poor, those who, by virtue of their economic and geographic circumstances, find themselves outside the mainstream of the digital solutions and therefore sink even further into poverty. This is a situation against which we must guard, and I posit then that the next 10 years must be spent in the search, discovery, and implementation of an inspiring and actionable blueprint that not only builds a better world for all of humanity, but one that puts the poor and vulnerable at the heart of this new thinking. Madam Chair, as a result of the drastic decline in global energy prices, the government of Trinidad and Tobago developed a national social mitigation plan prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, which takes into consideration the impact of future economic downturns on the most vulnerable. Accordingly, we welcome the Secretary General's report, which recognizes the recovery from the ongoing pandemic as an opportunity to reset socioeconomic policies in order to restart economic growth. We are of the firm belief that such growth must be defined and delivered within the context of an innovative workforce and citizenry who are sufficiently enabled and empowered. We also recognize the important role of the family unit in our fight to build back better. Madam Chair, the first of the 5 pillars in our national development strategy is putting people first, nurturing our greatest asset. Such an approach is meant to ensure a socially just transition to sustainable development is adopted in alignment with the 2030 agenda. In this regard, the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services is charged with the provision of a robust social safety net, building the resilience of our population and protecting the rights and dignity of the most vulnerable in our Twin Island Republic. Consequently, we have adopted a more strategic approach through the utilization of ICTs to achieve the eradication of poverty, the promotion of full and productive employment, as well as the fostering of social inclusion. These goals are supported by a robust National Information and Communication Technology Policy, which recognizes the growing reliance on digital technologies for good governance. The increasing inclusion of ICT in the state's policy initiatives has served as a gateway for a whole-of-government approach and facilitates effective monitoring, evaluation, and accountability of activities by policy initiators and the wider citizenry. Through this ICT policy, The Ministry of Social Development and Family Services has embarked on a number of key initiatives in support of the most vulnerable and marginalized communities. These include an ongoing collaboration as it relates to the Universal Service Initiative and accessibility to information and independent living for persons with disabilities, the provision of specially outfitted mobile devices for the visually and hearing impaired, free access to Wi-Fi services on public transportation, transportation hubs, libraries, and public spaces, the provision of kiosks in strategic locations to facilitate access to information on all government services, and the establishment of an integrated social enterprise management system, social services client management system, to enable a seamless administration of social services across multiple agents in the social sector. Madam Chair, we recognize that there is still much work to be done, and as a result, the government has prepared a roadmap to recovery, which incorporates substantively the recommendations of the Secretary General's report on this session's priority theme in alignment with our national development strategy. There is no doubt that this pandemic has proven that we all need each other, irrespective of our geographical size, the strength of our economy, or the size of our population. Together, we can reorganize the way we live to choose what matters most to most people, and we must work together to achieve it. We can choose to engage in a socially just transition to sustainable development where people, complemented by the increased utilization of digital technology, can be afforded the luxury of a more enhanced quality of life. Madam Chair, in closing, I wish to reiterate Trinidad and Tobago's strong commitment to ensuring that no person is left behind, as we remain cognizant of the critical role that digital technologies must play in the social development and well-being of all persons, and as such, continues to make the necessary adjustments to diminish the negative impacts which digital transformation may have on our vulnerable populations. I thank you. God bless you.